Some call me warhorse, other call me dragon, you say. She arches her eyebrows as she pulls in close again. Your faces only inches apart. What do your real friends call you? Rooster, you blurt out. You feel a twinge of regret for giving her that less flattering nickname. You relieve when she reacts with a sweet smile. And what is your name? You ask. Anne, she says. She stares deep into your eyes for a moment, then looks away. In a flash, you recognize her. She may look at what? Wait, holy shit! Is it that chick? Oh, she might be that chick from the antiquity shop, the fucking antique shop that we came out from the inner ring when we were killing the rats. She might be that chick. No, she shouldn't be. We would recognize her. She would have been that chick. Our character didn't really say anything about that. Rooster really didn't recognize her. Anne, she says. She stares deeply into your eyes for a moment and then looks away. In a flash, you recognize her. She had looked at you in a similar lustful manner when you were disguised. Wait, when you were disguised as a dark elf? Wait, hold on. When did my... Okay, so let me get this straight. At the end of the 9th chapter, my disguise came off. I remember getting stabbed by Bone Brow with like the poison needle, and then I had to go down into like the back rooms. I don't remember when our disguise as a dark elf came off. Wait, so I don't remember the disguise as the dark elf came off. And then we are wearing pleasant clothes. I literally do not remember at the end of the 9th chapter that happening. But apparently that happened, so I guess we'll just go with it. Because I legitimately don't remember. I probably have to go look up my own fucking video to see what the fuck is happening. But okay. Her name is Anne. She had looked at you in a similar lustful manner back when you were disguised as Dark Elf. This is the woman that had been standing beside the other woman in the black dress, the demon. Okay, so these are the two women that were talking earlier, and the other one in the black dress that kissed us earlier was the demon. So I'm not gonna ask her about her friend. Just say that you noticed her earlier. It's preferable that you don't talk about other women when you're talking to a woman. I recognize you, you say with a slow smile. I noticed you back during the ceremony near the altar when Lady Wellington first appeared. Oh, says Anne, color coming to her face. Apologies that I missed you in the crowd. What was I doing? Nothing embarrassing, I hope. Watching the ceremony, I remember thinking that it was a shame that you were alone. You say. I was not. Wait, what? Hold on. I was not. I had a friend besides me, she says. Well, that was smooth. We got that shit out of her, like, really smooth, like, the demon, you think. Is that so? I didn't realize. Although I suppose I was only focused on you. Oh, damn, this guy is fucking smooth. Like, the other guy, the wizard guy, honestly, that guy's personality really fucking vibes with me. It was really fun to play with his choice. This guy is just the absolute opposite of me, so it's really difficult. Why am I stammering? It's not like I'm stammering. I'm just thinking too slow, I suppose. That's why I'm just getting stuck on a fucking word every time I speak something. Anyhow, yeah. She smiles as you twirl her to the music. So, who is your friend and where is he now? You say, feigning light jealousy. Where is he now? Oh, damn, we are smooth with this shit. Not a he, but a she. And says with a gleam in... He even, like, tried to be jealous. Look, he tried to look like he's jealous so that she doesn't get suspicious. That's amazing. That is amazing. Fucking hell, he is fucking intelligent when shit like this comes around. Not a he, but a she, and says with a gleam in her eyes. No doubt she likes the idea that you did not even notice the breathtaking beauty that had been standing beside her. I don't know where Ida is now. She left in a hurry. I should find her. It's not always easy for me to make new friends. Ida, you think. That doesn't strike you as a particular demonic name. Obviously, it's a normal name. She gave you the name Azazel. Azazel, I seriously feel like this is the Azazel from Wizard's Choice and Demon's Choice. Oh boy. It would be my pleasure to be your friend. I'm sure a charmer such as yourself makes friends easily. How do you meet Ida? Oh boy, these are all good options. I think the second option is just like trying to charm her. Doesn't really get us a lot of information. The first one is good, but then again, it's not. It's very direct. I think the third one is very direct. Even though the information that I want is the third one, I feel like it's a bit direct. So let's not go with that one. It would be my pleasure to be your friend. Let's go with that. It would be my pleasure to be your friend, you say. Her jaw drops slightly, but only for a moment. She smiles. By the gods, I expect you would serve that purpose. I expect you would serve that purpose. By the gods, by the goddess of fineness, I would strive too, you say. The goddess of love, she asks. Be careful when you promise in her name. It is said that she listens and will hold a man accountable to do more than serve his own enjoyment. I give and then I take, always in that order. What the fuck does that even mean? Oh, okay. So, wait. Okay, so I think he is fucking around with the god's commandments. Like the goddess of love, you would think that she's like so the goddess of love is more about like, you know, you give love, you take love, but you don't betray and go sideways and do all your adultery and shit like that. So he like bypassed that commandment by going, instead of saying like the goddess of love is not just dealing with love, she's just dealing with the, you know, how chemistry works. In chemistry there's like equal and equivalent exchange, right? You put in a certain amount of, you know, this and that, and you get certain amount of X material out of it, like, you know, hydrogen and oxygen, you get water. So that sort of situation, and the amount you put in hydrogen and oxygen, that's the amount of compound you would get as well. So it's equivalent exchange. So it sounds like he's saying I give and then I take, always in that order. So it makes it sound like he's just giving like love or pleasure or anything else, and then I take any of those three things that I just mentioned. So it kind of like bypass, it's like a loophole around the goddess of love's whole situation with the adultery, because it would become like a closed you know, I should put this, a closed transaction. So the goddess of love would not be able to interfere when it becomes like that. That is very cool. I don't know if the goddess would, you know, allow that sort of loophole to be used, but who knows, I don't know how much the gods follow the rules, so who knows. She bites her lip, a winning strategy. She leans into your shoulder as her leg slides up your thigh. Wait, she leans into your shoulder as her leg slides up your thigh. Ooh. Briefly as the two of you move with the music. Oh, that is some fucking hot ass dancing going on the fucking floor. I should like to continue this lovely dance of ours somewhere private. You whisper into her ear. Yes, she whispers. I thought she would say that, but I said that apparently, but okay. Yes, she whispers. She nods to an entrance to the left and raises her voice. I shall take a stroll in the sky garden now. She leans in closer. Give me a head start and then see if you can find me. She then pushes you away, walks off, her hips swaying. Now the question is she a demon as well? I don't know why I get the feeling that she might have her own backstory type shit going that would not be too good. But then again, Egra did say to go after her, so I highly doubt she would ask her to go after demons, so whatever. In this world, the demons actually have a fair you know, chance against the gods, because demons leaders are just as strong as gods in this one. Because like you know, usually it's more like you know, the demon king or something like that, or like the demon god or something like that, but they're usually on the same level where like humans could fight them, and at the end of the day, with the help of heroes, with the demons, the strongest of the demons would be killed, but they're never really at the level of like, you know, how humans have their own gods and like the demons would have their own gods, but the gods would be on the level of the human gods, but it's never usually like that. So in this one, the demons have a fairly you know, fair field to be playing off of. Well, I did not expect that to work so readily, you think. It would be a shame to miss the opportunity so friendly. Go after a champion, says Egra. What a bone brow, he says. He is dying as the imposter wears his skin. The Thog priestess is too well protected right now, says Egra. You consider this. Well, Kriya did say that she would tell Kalak about the imposter, you say. As you begin walking towards where you last saw Anne, I was going to do that anyway, despite the fact that they are making this linear. I would have chosen that option anyhow. The Duke's visit can handle this. You have done much already, champion, says Egra. You earned some time of pleasure. I'm a little surprised by your encouragement, you say. And with this surprise comes suspicion. That is true. You should always be suspicious, especially of these people who can constantly fucking manipulate you. Now you're in the side hall. Far ahead, you spot Anne walking quickly. You begin to follow. My father has a sense for what will serve his amusement, and right now we both would like to see you enjoy the woman's friendly touch. She's fucking with us. Fucking hell, she's fucking with us big time, says Egra. Aha, this is nothing but a perverse diversion for you. Would it matter? I'm a godling trapped in a bag of meat. My opportunities for amusement are limited. I do not prefer having an audience, you say, which reminds me, how old are you, godling? I simply will not tolerate my I will not perform my talents in front of a child. That's fucking hilarious. This is the way of the game's creator making sure that no one comes after his head for having like some asshole would definitely be in the comments like, oh shit, the Egra 18 plus, some shit like that. Older than you, mortal, says Egra. Well, in that case, I will admit that I have always dreamed of entering the gate of a noblewoman. What commoner has not? Man, the way they write this, entering the gate. Fucking hell. Egra laughs in your mind. Mortals aim their fantasies at the most unimaginative targets. Commoners or noble, you're all the same. Well, I suspect the latter bathes a little more often. That is a start, you say, speeding up your pace. It just looks like we're chasing after her. Over the years, you had plenty of practice tailing people without the notice. In your home city of Windborne, you were a pretty good pickpocket. You and your father would stalk fat merchants. When the time was right, one of you would act as the distraction, and as the other one would move in with a coin purse. Of course, your father let too many people see his face. It was inevitable that the law would eventually catch up to him. You prefer burglary to pickpocketing. Climbing walls and picking locks under the stars relaxes you and leaves far fewer witnesses, which is true technically. Anne takes a furtive glance behind her, but the tightening of her shoulder muscles gives you enough warning to duck behind a slow-moving older woman with an outrageous white dress and tall hat. Oh, that is good. He does not want to. This is like a chase sequence, so he's like really hiding and shit, doing all that he can. What did he hide behind? Gives a warning and duck behind a slow-moving older woman with outrageous white dress and a tall hat. Why do you bother to hide, says Egra. She obviously wants you to find her. I'm supposed to find her in the garden. I would rather she not catch me cheating by following her, you say. Let her think the gods guided me into her arms. Anne starts up the stairway ahead and disappears. Now with her out of sight, you start jogging to catch up. Very well, I would prefer you get it over with quickly in any case, says Egra. There are things to attend to, Thog's priestess being one of them. And what happened to finding Kriya? She's the one who was encouraging this. You don't respond. I just responded that. He's the one. Wait, oh, he's talking to us. Or just thinking to himself, to be technical. She's the one who was encouraging this. She, as in Egra, by the way. You don't respond. She is baiting you with her contradictions. As you ascend the stairway, you hear the woman's voice above. You stop and listen. Where did you go? Says a voice. You're pretty sure it's Anne. Exploring, says another voice that strikes you as familiar. It is an impressive castle. The demon, says Egra. Keep out of sight, champion. The godling fears the lady demon. You chide in your mind as you creep up the stairs, preparing a spy on the pair. You have only gone a few steps when your leg's muscle seizes painfully. You open your mouth and you're about to shout out in surprise, but nothing escapes you. Have you seen the cave pixies? Asked the demon. I lost track of him. Wait, what happened to our leg? Muscle seize painfully? Why? Did I get a cramp randomly? I mean, sure. I mean, cramps are random, but that's a bit too weird. Have you seen the cave pixie? Asked the demon. I lost track of him. No, says Anne. What about the she-elf? Not her either, says Anne. Demon tracks the wrong prey, you think. Are you certain? I smell the dark elf's musk upon you, says the demon in a teasing tone. Oh, I think when we got out of the chamber after that big like fire that Egro started to get the demon off of us, I think at that point we switched back to this form. I guess is Egro still in the she-elf form? I'm not sure. Ida, you cannot, says Anne with a giggle. You need not be jealous. I have found a new diversion. You feel Egra leave your consciousness and you regain your movement.